Hello everyone, this is Carson back again, and I'm back again with another Hot Wheels collection update video. I've got a lot of cars in this assortment, so I'll try to make this video very short by not opening up some of the cars, but let's go ahead and get started. So I went to Walgreens and Walmart, and I found a lot of these cars. I'll show you these two first because they're both errors. This one is a 2010 Camaro SS, and I'm going to show you the regular version. Its back wheel is not painted properly, so basically it did not get the red rim on the edge of the wheel. And I also got the regular version just to show, and I might put it in the collection anyways. Here's a Hovering Out from last year, and this version there's nothing wrong with it, but it's packaged sideways, so it's a minor error, but I bet it'll be worth something in the future. Now then, you're gonna see a lot of like different Hot Wheels cars. Well, not really Hot Wheels cars, but they're technically part of my diecast collection. So yeah. But I'm gonna start with the basic Hot Wheels. I got some of the E-Case cars. I wasn't able to find them all, and there was one car in particular that I wasn't able to find. But this first one here is the HW Rapid Responder, known as I think it was Rescue Ranger, what it was formerly known as. So yeah, that's a cool casting. I think there's a red edition of this one coming out very soon in Target once they get the E-cases. Once they get the E-cases flowing. I've been to Target recently and they haven't had any of these E-case cars. Next up, this is the one I was trying to find, the Doom Daddy. And this is the first time this casting has had off-road wheels, which is kind of interesting. It had regular wheels, which was in the HW Race series, which was kind of interesting. Very interesting to see it get off-road wheels in its second year. Here is Street Wiener. And the last basic car for this assortment is Hotweiler. And this one's kind of interesting because, excuse me, this is it's basic. I don't know how to describe this design. It's like almost like more a wolf. Like it's more like a wolf than a Rottweiler, which is what the name is after. But I guess it's probably supposed to be a canine car, which I can see why they had to go for this type of design. But it would have been cool if I remember like when they first showed the casting. I think when they first revealed the name, I thought I was picturing a Rottweiler when they the dog, the Rottweiler. I was picturing that, but yeah, this works. But the design, I will say, looks good. It reminds me a lot of that other version of a Shark Bite with the red wheels and the matte gray finish. Now, these four castings, they're not from Hot Wheels, but I will get back into Hot Wheels very soon. I will get back into the Hot Wheels in this video very soon. Yes, there's more. And I'm trying not to make this video too boring or anything. But I found these guys. World of Nintendo Mario Kart 8 die-cast vehicles, which are very cool. These are representative of Mario Kart 8. If you look at the vehicle, and if you're a nerd like I am, this is not a Mario Kart 8 vehicle. This is actually, the vehicle that Luigi is in is actually a standard Kart L, representative of Luigi from Mario Kart DS. I can tell by the shape of the casting, and I will open up one of these. Next up is the Spiny Shell, and you may be thinking, how did this end up in the collection? It's got two tiny rollers, so if you were doing a race with these guys, and you happen to have a Spiny Shell in your collection, you could just use it and get the dreaded person in first place. Well, it goes by several names: Spiny Shell, Blue Shell, Spiny Blue Shell. I just call it the Spiny Blue Shell. In case you're wondering, here's all four of the characters, and yes, I got all four of them. Here is Yoshi with Bumblebee, and this is one of two Mario Kart 7 reps in terms of vehicles. And yes, the name is Bumblebee, as in velocity. And the one that I will open up is Mario. And he's got the standard cart from Mario Kart 7. I think he's bound together by wires, so I'll have to... Yeah, he's bound together by a wire. I really like the standard cart design for Mario Kart 7. The standard cart design for Mario Kart 7. Sorry if I'm repeating myself too much, but yeah. Would have been interesting if they brought this back in Mario Kart 8, but I can see why they didn't do that. The exhaust pipes are a little loose. They're like a loose rubber. But it looks really good. Not the most detailed, not the prettiest looking condition I've ever seen, but it's still good. And before I get on to these next 5 cars, I did get a monster truck car. And I'm just going to say this beforehand, before I show what monster truck that I got. I'm sorry, but I have to do this again. Yes, I happened to get John Cena. I'm not a huge wrestling person, but that's the only way. Well, that's the I don't know. I'm not a huge wrestling person, but this I thought was really cool, and I love the casting that they used for John Cena, Roger Dodger. Yeah, this looks very nice. I love the detailing. I won't go into too much detail on this one, and just like the Monster Jam trucks, you just tilt the car to the side to make it turn, which is really cool. You know, basically similar premise to Monster Jam. And last up, we have 5 Disney character cars, and I found the other 5 from Series 2. I already have like 2 of their counterparts. Actually, I'm gonna get them right now. I'm just gonna get them down right now, just because. And you'll see why I say that and why I even did that. Well, it should be obvious. If you've been keeping up with my episodes, I got Pinocchio last time. Well, now I got the rest of them out of Series 2. Here was who was in Series 2. And the first casting, Minnie Mouse. This really complements Minnie Mouse pretty well. The wheels are also pretty incredible too. These remind me of the old 5-dot wheels that they used to make for the older Hot Wheels. I should have gotten one of the 5-dot Hot Wheels cars, one of my first edition Diora 2 or something. But this is really cool. And I love seeing this, you know, even though these are the high-speed wheels, as you can tell. I think that's what they use for Mickey as well. I think that's what, I think that's what they used for Mickey, but they just molded them in the shape of into the Mickey face, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's Minnie Mouse. Up next is Peter Pan. And his car design is very interesting. And I also saw 2 concept art images of 2 of the other characters that have not been released yet. They were Belle and... No, not Belle. They were actually Beast and Dumbo. That's who they were. But this design looks really cool. I want to look at the front. Oh, that's the belt. That's a strap. I thought it said something. I'll let you guys have a closer look at that. Oh, the base is clear. That's really interesting that the base is clear. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But this is still a cool car. Up next, and I said her name not too long ago, Belle. She looks a tad bit basic, but looks good. The pastel yellow and the saturated yellow look really good. Ooh, that's not good. Probably because she's so low to the ground. Or it could be the front wheels, I don't know. Huh, that's odd. Yeah, it's probably the front wheels, not the back wheels. But her design looks pretty good, though. Up next, this is one of my favorite Disney characters, and one of my favorite characters to play in Disney Infinity. Hello, my name's Stitch. I am not good with voices. I'm just going to be very, very bold with you guys. I am terrible at voices. I'm trying to prime my voice acting, actually. But this is really cool. This is a nice design for Stitch. The Razor 6 wheels complement the Ryu Asada 6 wheels. That's what I meant to say. That complements the design. The spikes in the back. That's really cool. I didn't think a coupe would fit him. I was thinking a tuner car. Well, this is kind of a tuner mix coupe sedan type vehicle. I don't know. I'm stretching out a little too much. But yeah, this is really cool. And last but not least is Sully. And I have Mike Wazowski, so I'll reunite him with Mike Wazowski. But let's take a look at Sully first. I was picturing him to be a pickup truck or a van. I did not think of all cars that would use a tow truck for Sully. I did not think of all vehicles they would use a tow truck. I'm noticing something. Oh, he's got a hole on the side. That's really interesting. Let me get Mike. Here's Mike and Sully. And I'm trying to... Oh, that is so cool. I didn't even notice that. I never been told anything about this. So apparently, the reason that Sully's a tow truck is so that he can tow Mike behind him. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. I did not and it's specifically designed for Mike Wazowski, which is pretty cool. Kind of like Rocket and Groot. That is really awesome. Now, I will say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in a future video. And the signature casting of this video is Stitch. See you guys in a future video. Take care. Bye.